Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 in part 30 of our Wulfrik the Wanderer Mortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, Egil and his merry band of mammoths have come on over and been attacked by Boris Toddy the Todbringer. He has attacked us with a whole heap of heroes and some great swords there, and all of the ROR units you can scrape together. He's got some reinforcing units as well, with a bunch of Bretonnians riding in with them, as well as some Royal Pegasus Knights, so not a bad army. It's going to give us a Pyrrhic victory here, with most of our army being slain. Let's see if we can do any better there. Festus is helping us out with a couple of his plagues there. They're going to have a less battle healing cap, which is not the most useful. 40% less armor is incredibly. And then 15% less weapon damage. Sounds good to me. Get a quick look at our terrain there. Of course, if we don't think we can win the battle, we can always pull on away and retreat. Live to fight another day kind of thing. But let's do as much damage as we can and try to bring down the Todbringer. Okay, so we're going to want to be very, very aggressive on this first group here. So let's get all of the Marauder champions forward. Spread these two apart here. Javelins in behind them. Dark powers. Want to make sure we don't get blown up too much by the enemy mortars, but we don't have a lot of choice. We kind of have to rush on over and be real aggressive. The reinforcing units are not the most scary, but those Royal Pegasus Knights can do some damage. It's looking great swords. They've got a bit of armor, and that anti-infantry is pretty dangerous on its own. Especially to our Marauders here. The champions don't have any kind of specialization to them and have pretty low armor for elite tier infantry. Grab our own infantry units. You guys can be the ranged. Our Horsemasters will bring in. Actually, I'm going to put them on skirmish mode because there are a lot of cavalry here. I don't want to accidentally lose them in a bit of a freak accident there. So let's bring them up to harass the enemy and keep them away from our cannons. Love the Skin Wolves trolling for those Reiksguard. These three can all jump on them as one once we do locate. Alright, everyone else all together here. Spread the Werekin apart. Our Lord off to the side, the other Mammoth behind there, so it's not going to get shot at by the Witch Cannons right off the start there. Let's get this battle started. Oh, they are hiding all the way in the back, huh? An interesting strategy. Looks like the Reiksguard are off on the right flank there, so we're going to push everyone else forward. And bring the cannons up as well. Chariots, come on over. We don't have much time. We've got a minute before the enemy does reinforce, so we'll try to do as much damage as we can before that happens. In fact, let's get all of the Werekin and the Skin Wolves as one here. We'll go have them bring down the ROR Reiksguard together. Bring yourself on forward. Alright, the enemy has been located. Alright, Hellcannon Squad, let's bring you in to start annihilating these handgunners, please. Zittler's Reiksguard wants nothing to do with what's coming across the field here. Them forward once more there. Keep them concerned about it. We're going to go straight through these swordsmen on the front line here. I'd like you two to work together on the Hammer of Witches there. Alright, go get them. Bring them around the side. Rah! The most unenthusiastic Rah there ever was. Alright, get that damage in where you can. Our Lord is way behind. You guys forward to about there. Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Move in and hit the Empire Captain instead. Alright, Zittler's Reiksguard have been completely obliterated. Turn and deal with the other group now. The Empire Captain is going to fly in and get absolutely schmacked. Activate the extra goodies there. Our chariot stayed in for a bit too long there. I figured they could fight for a moment, but would definitely need to pull them on away. Retreat, they say. You jump that warrior priest. Stay there and get snacking then. You guys throw those javelins at the fools there. We'll get all of our skin wolves to work together. You guys come on through after these pistoliers. Plenty of free javelins getting in on the Pegasus Knights there. Bring the chariots back through and have them eliminate the back line there. Sterling's Revenge and company. Time for the Dragon Greathorn. I don't see too many units all stacked up. We've done a pretty good job of breaking through. Let's drop this down on these 2 units here. Don't want to hurt too many of our own there. It's got quite a large strike and random strike radius, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Enroll the chariots. Oh, and they brought the halberdiers over. Clever. We're going to go around, though. I'm not here for it. We got other units that can handle that nonsense. Go straight through that line. These guys got bogged down. Let's just come on over and do some damage to this group then. Works for me. Halberdiers are getting slain. Push these guys forward. They're blasting away at the handgunners in the back line there, that Sterling's Revenge group.
Charge them! Chaos Marauders!
Our overwhelming group of skin wolves has torn right through the line there. Let's have them go into this group of great swords next. Have the 2 wolves work together on this Empire Captain in the front here. Our Lord's getting a bit bogged down. Activate some skills. Keep him fighting. Discourage the enemy even. Turn on around and charge in. Actually, looks like they're kind of sending everyone over to dogpile him at the same time, so we're going to want to pull him away. The Epians are fighting who they can. The Hell Cannon is shooting at whoever it wants, which is going to cause us all sorts of problems. Maybe shoot at Sterling's Revenge instead. Well, I had initially told you to. Those guys should fleet on away pretty quickly there. A single Pegasus Knight's causing us some issues. Pull through this line in on the Marauder Chieftain then, or the Empire Captain. He's gone. Looks like we've got them. Army losses does win the day. Fair enough. Let's send Torvig after. No, he's up in the sky. He's already gone. We'll hunt down the rest of these Empire dogs here, and I'll catch up by the campaign map. Well, we ripped through Toddy Boy and his reinforcements, and managed to secure a good deal of loot in the process. Business, we'll go ahead and sacrifice those captives to gain a little bit more to our treasury. Tinkle's ambush was foiled, and yet he won the war, so no problem at all. Let's get to taking our turns. Looks like Hal Thor has decided to sacrifice himself to the Dark Gods. How thankful, or how thoughtful of him. It will have you be the reinforcing army. Let's come on up and squish. He likely will retreat, but no matter how far away you run, we'll just chase you. Gain ourselves a plague, and hopefully it's not one that does too much damage to us. Oh, you can't move because you're doing some recruiting. That's fine. Let's charge on over and crush Hal Thor here instead. We are trying to fill out the Mammoth Doom stack. Not a full Doom stack, mind you, but mostly, or I guess giants, not mammoths. Mostly giants with some Famir to fill in the gaps there. And then some javelins to throw between. So most of these guys are going to get replaced with either Famir or the Skin Wolf counterparts. Bloodshed sounds great. Although we've got some pretty awesome equipment already. Do a raiding camp, jump into enemy territory. We'll start working up towards the Silver Tower of Sorcerers once we can claim that. That's another Dark Fortress stolen from our enemies then. Keep working towards the Discourage ability. That was very, very useful there to break Toddy's army and all his different units there. Anyone that took damage pretty much just turned and ran if we're not feeling it. All of that gold we got. Let's go ahead and upgrade Albion continuously here. Grab the walls there on the Citadel of Lead. Gotta wait till tier 5 to increase to the empowered Ogham Stones. We'll get there. Grab the walls in the meantime. And then I think we go for our control is looking really good there already. Let's go for the first dash for some more gold, which is going to be slightly increased by the Ogham Stones. Ever so slightly. Final upgrade to the walls there. Our walls are expensive, but they're going to be very important once the In Crisis kicks off here soon. It starts the timer about at turn 100, so we've got probably 15 turns before we get the warning, at the very least. 1 to 15 turns. Keep moving towards Grung's into there. Get these monster hunts kicked on off.
Spoil and ravage.
I go how many skill points you get for bringing down Oddbringer? Not all that many. Okay, so in the meantime, we'll just give you the mentor capabilities there. That looks good.
What?
More skills for everyone else. Marauder Chieftains are not great, so you definitely want to get them all their unique abilities as quickly as you can. Yeah, let's go for Quicksilver. Increased speed is going to be useful for us.
Is all.
And for you, we'll grab just the extra Deadly Fangs. 1 Deadly Fangs, then 1 Foe Seeker. Alright, and then the Black Raider on the other side. You are the one that's currently recruiting up a bunch of mammoths. I think we just go for tripling down on all of the extra Seduction of the Serpent there for that Discourage. Minus 16 leadership is just so great. Berserk's not bad, but Rampaging is something we really don't need. Pretty much ever. Regeneration is nice, but it's not too powerful. Magical attacks are nigh useless. So yeah, let's go for the Seduction of the Serpent. Continues to be the best one. Extra health first. Take Selzen Moon up to the next tier, or Dieterschaffen, since it actually has a port.
Bring death.
Indeed, buddy, you get to come on forward and crush these 2 remaining armies. No problem. Smush. And Toddbringer dealt with once more. We can sacrifice those captives. Whole bunch of heroes slain. They'll have to be spending a ton of gold to replace them. We can jump into a raiding camp and move on down towards Middenheim here.
This action does not have my consent. A battle is for
Hell, too bad I don't care.
Turn it to rubber.
It's like Hawkland is starting to reclaim ancestral lands. Fair enough. Success. Awesome to see. We haven't had too many of those lately with our technology stealing efforts. Well, hello there, Arndt.
Not possible.
Not possible. How about survival? Apparently also not possible. Get them out of here. We've fought enough armies of the Empire. You would be slain. We probably wouldn't have lost this many either. We will sacrifice these captives, though, and then turn around to our newly claimed city of Wolfenburg.
Who's next? No.
Although if we sit outside to do some raiding, we'll make gold and not have to upkeep as much.
Good.
Sounds good to me. 12,000 positive income.
Where's my
Extra
next?
growth for Wolfenburg, so we can actually get the gold camp in. And then the gold mine, rather. Go for the damage building. Keep working towards Mentor.
Slaughter the sheep.
Eggle, you gained yourself another skill point. How awesome. Growth for the local province is probably not a bad idea. What else do you have in the army besides the Marauders and Chariots? We've got Mammoths and Skinwolves.
War unceasing.
Oh, of course they're on separate ones. Skinwolves are on Frostbitten there, and they have more melee attack and then more weapon strength. So the Mammoth is going to be more melee attack and melee defense. We only have 1 Mammoth. We've got several of the others, so let's go for the Frostbitten capabilities.
Chieftain of
You
the
do get to
tribe.
upgrade your armies quite a bit. It doesn't quite trade off for the lack in a melee line. Vigo will still go for Quicksilver there. Speed you one up.
Speak.
Wound Maker for Torvig. Oh, Hugh Jarl, you actually managed to get an upgrade. Look at you. Go for the Flaming Sword then.
It's done.
We'll go to basically right next to Middenheim, but not close enough that we get reinforced if Franz comes over to fight. Happy to face him down as well. Well, we've taken quite a bit of damage, so maybe we want to avoid a fight with Franz. We'll pull away a bit. Not too much there.
Speak.
We're doing some raiding. We could raid in Allied territory. Was probably a bad idea. Grab their fog shredded Finns and Kislev. Looks like Archaon's moving on through.
Bow before he who wields the Slayer of Kings.
Listen, buddy, as long as you don't wield Slayer of Kings on me, you'll be fine. Otherwise, you'll have the worst day ever for an Everchosen. Alright then, Carl.
A certainty.
I think it's time to claim the Crystal Spires. Get him with an auto-resolve, and then we will go ahead and should probably raise it, right? Or the Serpent, or would we lose immediately the Tier 2 Eagle? Yeah, we probably should raise in for the Eagle then. I'm happy to then take the next turn to recolonize it, and then trade it off to Archaon as a Dark Fortress.
Your will? Harbinger of bringing it.
Oh, you failed me. Alright, we've got 14,000 more gold to roll with. Let's jump into our province page here. Elpit could use an upgrade to said buildings. We'll drop in both. Don't care about the Mammoth Trader at the moment. I do not care about the growth building either. Dropping overall recruitment cost is not a bad idea. Let's go for the troll building, though. Looks like Sven Red-Eye went on home. He is very scared. Good. We should use that fear against you. Let's go ahead and grab the Bloody Bulwark there at the Altar of the Crimson. Doomkeep, we can take the Shamanic Pyre up a tier. I think we will start working these up, because at the highest tier there, they do increase your overall recruit rank for your lords faction-wide, which is not a bad bonus there. We need to upgrade kind of where we can. Speaking of, there's the Victi Temple. And the Trophies of Battle here at the Fortress of the Damned. Sweet. We'll have another giant in very soon. We only have Fecundite recruitment at the moment. We're grabbing some more Chosen from them. They're going to be quite useful as a anvil for our many, many, many hammers. Alright, Throg. I think they're going to go out. Yeah, they're going to pull into Khazad Irkulaz is actually a main settlement there, so we're not going to want to attack this as is. We're going to want to try to lure this fool into a fight he doesn't want. So let's go into an ambush. Hang out right here in the crossroads and see what Hugrim tries.
Enslave the Southerners.
You go ahead and pull just a little bit further away. Don't want to get attacked by this giant army here.
I have no time for this.
Me neither. Just have a couple heroes that need to be moved. Malika down here. We need to get him into said province. Looks like it'd be faster. Maybe he was confused. Can't scale these rock cliffs. Lightning is under 100. We'll have you try to steal some more tech from Khazad Irkulaz. Nope. Would be a failure. Come on up to Krok Ungor then. Oh, either way, we're having a bad time. Is I guess the way. Right then. That's one more turn.
I've little time for talking.
If you're asking for peace, that's going to be an immediate no. You can back off. The time for peace is over. All I wanted to do was be friends with you and gain some Slaneshi chariots, but no. You wanted to ruin everything.
Move on then.
So now your empire must fall. Smush. Get rid of that group. We'll go ahead and sack the Palace of Princes there. Get ourselves another Frostworm scale. Awesome.
Slaughter the
You jump into a raiding camp. You absolutely
on
can.
the prowl.
Thank you, Mad Lad. Let's grab the Seduction of the Serpent and start working down your blue line now. Leif is still there, recruiting up some good old giants. So let's bring Jarrell on over as well here.
The hound compels.
For Jarrell.
In agreement.
Jarrell, we'll have you do normal raiding and come on up to about this spot here. Not making quite as much gold as we were, but that's because of Throg. Throg's army is quite expensive.
Ravage. Yes.
For Walls Fortress. We're doing good for ourselves. We actually have secured some decent deals with Crone Hellebron here. We are finally above negative. My timing is poor. We're above negative relations. We could start working towards our better deals. And getting some Dark Shores in on our Norscan armies sounds amazing.
Skaven Warlock! What?
Not interested in making deals with you, Skaven.
Fool.
Not even a little bit. Who else are you at war with there, Archaon, that I can join in with? And Ferric. Has it been long enough since I've broken deals with you?
Great leader!
Let's find out. Nope.
Warlord of this clan.
Let me see
Now
here.
you witness
Joining your
my
war, or at least
powerlessness.
declaring war on you. I've still got 5 more turns. That I can do. I can wait. Alright, then let's check Harganath.
Tribal.
See who all they're at war with.
Mother of despair.
The Hmong and the Legion of the Gore Queen. So Valkia is causing them some issues. Man, I don't know if I want to side with Valkia or Crone Hellebron. A tough call. We could upgrade the outpost. I don't really want to, though. They have not given us any good units yet at all. Not a single Nurglish lad. Not one. Pretty pitiful. Alright, Barden.
Your will.
If we come out of here and go into a raiding stance...
Fine.
No, this is the one time we actually make less money.
Norska.
Fair enough. Can't argue with it. 2 more mammoths, because I think 4 is a good bulwark for your war mammoths. Sure, you could always have more, but it feels weird at that point. Let's grab some normal ice wolves. Have quite a bestial army here. We do need a hammer or an anvil of some kind, though, so I think we'll make that Marauder Spearman. We'll grab 3 of these guys, and then that'll be the only mainline infantry we get. It's good. I don't want to grab some ice trolls over here as well. Completely get this army ready to go and across the forest here, across the ocean here. We'll figure out what geological feature I'm trying to think of there. Get another mountain scout. Love to see it.
Chieftain of the tribe.
And we are limited a bit of gold here. Let's go ahead and colonize the Crystal Spires.
Slaughter the sheep.
Spend the turn up rebuilding the settlement there, I guess 2 turns.
Yes.
And then we'll pass that off to Archaon.
They can run.
Political masterminds we are. Strat thought. At least you're honest.
It is said.
Not
Let's go
like
bring
him.
down Baloo. That's quite the army. He's got several Knights of the Blazing Sun.
Champions.
Unfortunately, I think it's still one that the auto-resolve would give us quite a easy win on. Gelt flees. We can pretty easily pursue, though. A close victory with medium casualties. I kinda am keen on not fighting Gelt and losing my entire army to metal spells, so we'll go ahead and auto-resolve this one. We'll get a proper army or a battle against a more honorable foe. I don't think Gelt isn't honorable, but a bunch of Guinness Golden Hounds for free does not sound like a fun time to me.
To the 4 corners.
Raiding camp would make us, would not make them happy with us. Well, that's unfortunate. We march stance on back,
Taking heed.
nearly make it back to Wolfenburg. They should not be able to attack in the World Route stance, I don't think.
I will not
And
obey.
Curtis shouldn't be able to make it up either. Got more gold then. Let's upgrade Betchefin. Oh, never mind. What am I thinking? Betchefin's about to be burned to the ground by trees. Revenge of the Forest is upon us. Let's get the walls in everywhere we can, and once that's completely sorted out, then we have free reign to start upgrading the rest of the settlements there. And I'm happy to quickly start doing so. I think we'll grab the first dash in at the altar, just get as much gold as we can. 32 on the favor here. We need to at least raise 1 to keep our upkeep production and our income from ports. So we definitely need to keep that eye on it. Okay, which lords still haven't been moved?
The eternal challenger. Enslave the
Gotta get
souls.
Eggle moving. Fair enough. Looks like the Emperor has left Ulfdorf here, or Uldorf here, to his devices, which is very surprising. He's probably an ambush nearby. What we are going to do instead
Raise Sigma.
is make Aldebrand mad by attacking Krudenwald.
Slaughter the sheep.
Hey, you guys. What happens if I join your war?
Our precursors
Oh, you're not
to life.
fighting Hochland. Who's fighting Hochland? How'd they claim the city?
Do not waste my time with
No
petty
one's
talk.
fighting
Make
Hochland?
your offer and be-
Alright. Turns out we are. Eggle.
Take what's theirs.
Get him.
Done.
We'll call the Fecundites in. I'm sure they'd enjoy to help. Auto resolve, we lose 110, and we shall sack the city. And then just to be extremely aggressive, we'll come on over, and I think we want to go into an ambush stance
Okay.
in between Krudenwald and
This way.
elsewise. Oh, we actually are losing our armor too with our acid flatulence. How unfortunate. They smell so incredibly bad, their armor's weakened. That is a nightmare scenario. I have no real words.
Monster horde.
Oh, it's not working. He's just gonna sit there to recruit.
Be gone.
Be gone. Okay then. We can come on down here and do some damage then if you don't want to respect Throg.
Prowling. Hide
And we
away.
can do some stealing and then we'll come over here and smash Nashrak's lair. Come on over to Karakadrin, do the same, and come on out through this this side over here. Delman, you come on down.
Of the tribe.
We'll roll together.
Crow directs me.
Betchefin is in danger. Okay, okay. Bergen Ironbrow is coming on over.
So,
Don't think so.
Overrun the world.
Let's get back behind.
no, I will not shame.
Yeah, we can
my
retreat if he
clan.
comes on over to attack us, and he'll be way out of position.
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
Kind of like to not be attacked at all, but if we can help it. May not be able to, though.
All.
Alright, let's grab the monsters of the north there for Carl.
War unceasing.
You, Jarl, will give you the final point into the flaming sword.
Shaman.
Alfir, I believe I have you up stealing technology for me, so let's give you that. That's what you're doing, right? Where are you at, Halfdeer? Yeah, he's stealing technology.
Did you
That's his
say
job.
something?
Nah, I said nothing. Just that you smell.
I guide the tribe.
Come over to Weissmund once more here.
Sabotage.
Sabotage. Okay, so the Emperor's just hanging out.
Not likely.
I'm very tempted to come on back over and attack Ulfdorf here.
Tribes.
I don't think we can now. But instead of going into an ambush, we'll just be real aggressive. Go to a raiding camp
The serpent.
and sit between. See what the enemy plans. Raid the defenses there. And now we wait. Yeah, let's grab our hero there. I don't trust that he's moving as far as he needs to, so let's get all the way up into Grungzint. Perfect. Excellent. Raid the following region, Castle Bastogne. Well, that's fantastic. We gotta go all the way over into here. Arriving in the Grey Mountains, you find out that Blorgar is long gone. The destruction left in his wake is evident. Buildings have been smashed to rubble, crops flattened, and people reduced to ground smears. Although the giant's movements are still unknown, the locals might tell you of a Bretonnian herb collector that might know of where the brute lives. The Bretonnian had allegedly made a fleeting appearance in the Grey Mountains shortly before the giant arrived, claiming that he'd accidentally stumbled upon the giant's underground lair while spelunking nearby to gather some cave mushrooms. Knowing that the giant was approaching, he was gone almost as soon as he'd arrived, fearful of the carnage to come. He We must now travel to Bretonia to search for the herb collector. There would also be no harm in indulging in a bit of raiding while you're there. If not, just to keep the troops happy. Extra treachery. Alright, let's get over to Castle Bastogne. It's going to be quite the journey. And they are definitely not weak at the moment. Roan's doing very well for themselves, so we'd have to be raiding and in and out quickly. We may have to get to that after we break the Empire. So what we'll do with Egil, we'll try to bring down Ulfdorf, or Udolf, or Uldolf, this poor man's name, and then Emperor Karl Franz, and then try to smash through a couple of these cities here and just kind of get a quick raid in, and then turn around and run. See if it works out like that. Let's upgrade Wolfenburg there. Love for some of our allies to come over and colonize Castle von Rauken. We may just have to do it ourselves. We'll grab someone who is useless. Bearwin, welcome. Eagle guides you to be disbanded very soon. He indeed does. Alright then, that's our turn. Alright, Karaza Karak has attacked our Mammoth army. It's going to give us a Pyrrhic victory and no one lost. Man, you know I want to fight this one, but listen. That's a lot of enemies. Get them out of my face. It's not that I don't mind fighting an incredibly outnumbered battle with Mammoths, but I definitely mind. This guy's pretty much just got his army for the auto-resolve potential. Grab the Spirit Wanderer. Well, Felman, your points into the Sorcery of the Eagle are very, very useless for me, so let's grab Monsters of the North instead. Make your Mammoth stronger.
I eat my enemies.
Good to know.
Bring death.
Grab that point into Ruinous Flesh and then Dark Horror. Maybe just Ruinous Flesh and training. Don't mind an extra bit of training for the troops. Like Mammoths. They were lifting their weights. Alright, Felm, I need to keep on moving. So did they disband troops before they attacked? Is that what happened there? Because that wasn't the army that I saw over here by these beastmen here. Apparently so.
Journeying.
How incredibly interesting. Ah, Ungrim is down here in the south as well. Let's go ahead and turn our happy selves around.
Understood.
Into whatever stance we need to get away. We may have just sacrificed Felman here.
Tribesmen gather. Yes.
I do indeed take you for a Wazik. Let's use a Throg as the deterrent here.
Slaves.
He has armies absolutely all over the place. Bring this place down here. Sack it for the 9,000. Auckland has confederated on up. And Feldman has become blood-soaked. High casualties.
Speak. Okay. Moving.
Keep moving on through. Have lowered the level on Nashrek's Lair. I'm tempted to hit that with another sack next turn and move through, just so we can weaken the income on the dwarves, but I don't think
Did you say something?
staying would be worth it.
Turn it to
They have a lot of armies. They're building up very quickly. Iron Drakes and the Trollhammer Torpedo variants.
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
Correct, Dran's a problem. Is anyone else at war with him at the moment?
Yes.
Hopefully we can bring Archaon in. Can we get you to join the war against Tarkadrin, please? No. Okay. For now, we hold off then. We'll be able to generate stronger armies to face them very soon. Get the Oblaws sorted out, and then we'll come on up back north.
What?
One more turn until the Crystal Spires does
Take what's theirs.
finish building, so we'll come on over to the Volcano's Heart then.
What? Turn it to rubble.
Burn this on down. Most likely won't even claim these. We'll just go ahead and raise them and move on. Perfect. Prolonged exposure to the dark energies of the bitter frozen north creates the toughest and most monstrous freaks. Extra weapon strength. Not very nice.
Twisted thoughts.
Our monsters are all very beautiful. Okay, so we will come on over, and I think we want to grab the Demise of Tolea just for that extra post-battle loot, and then we'll grab the Destruction of Bretonia. Sounds good to me.
Signed in blood.
Signed in blood. Okay, so this army is coming together quite well. We may just grab some more Marauders. 2 of these guys to help fill things out. I think what we're missing in the sides is going to be the heroes. Let's grab ourselves one of the Werekin here. So we got a Diabolic Splendor, a Strategist, or one who is Perceptive. Grab the Diabolic Splendor because I believe this allows us to extend the radius on his buffs. So we'll come Bone Spear. I'll jump into Bardin's army just fine. And roar about it the whole time.
No!
Then her just talking smack and he's coming on over to sack the Varg camp. There. Hope you don't mind losing all your territory. It's all going to be mine. Pull it circle, allow everyone to get the experience points for it. We need to get ourselves another proper battle here. We have sent far too many to the auto-resolve this turn for this episode. One more turn on the Giant. I don't want to grab the Throwing Axeman there for a little bit of mobile armor piercing.
Carnage at last.
Alright, let's go ahead and destroy the Palace of Princes. Auto-resolve, lose pretty much nobody. And then, do we just raise this and move on? I kind of think we do. We'll raise it for the Serpent and move on.
Enslave the Southerners.
It all belongs to Chaos.
No delay. In agreement.
Put you into a raiding stance then, so we don't have to pay all of your upkeep. We keep on moving. We'll claim the one with the Iron Mine, and then we'll go ahead and move up towards the Silver Tower quickly. Right then. Do the quickness of moving through all the provinces and spinning some gold real quick. I think we'll grab the Ice Troll layer then. 1,300 gold still sitting around. First dash, I think we'll ignore the altar there just for now. For Walls of the Grayling Moot. Go for the Cave of Dark Offerings here. Final point on both of those, then we'll be out of gold. So let's go ahead and not grab the walls. Leave that 5,400 in our treasury for now. We can move a couple of our heroes here.
Masters, yes. I'll handle it.
Right then, Wulfrik, we definitely need to come on back over and deal with Drycha.
No problem.
She is likely to turn and flee.
Done and done.
We come on across the river there and threaten the other side? We sure can. Excellent. Let's do so.
Ahead.
We won't do any replenishing, but I think we'll be fine. We'll go into a march, come across the river there, and threaten Kappelberg. Can't quite reach us either, which is excellent to see. You come on up and claim the Castle von Rauken like I had always initially planned.
Overrun the world.
That was quite expensive. And now you get the boot. Fixing up our income a bit there. You were costing us a hefty sum.
Yes.
Alright, Eggle, they have claimed Krudenwald and Middenstag and gone ahead and run away from Middenheim. Interesting stuff. We'll go ahead and slay this new hero they recruited then in Krudenwald.
Annihilation.
Just crush him real quick. I'm tempted to raise this one as well. Go ahead and raise for the eagle. Doing so is always concerning because you lose your movement. But I think we'll risk it.
I'll ignore that.
They can reach it, and they can reach us in March chance, but nothing really else.
Ravage.
Alright, we'll grab Frostbitten.
Slaughter.
Toss in the upgrades here real quick, so speed,
Marauders all.
Wound Maker. On the other side here, we'll grab the extra speed as well. Grab that final point in the Specialist. Grab all of our different heroes that need to be moved around and try to steal some technology for us. Do the thing, bud. He succeeded. Well done. Let's come on over and at least get some eyes on down at Pat Castle Bastone. See what's actually going on here. If we're going to be raiding friendlies, we'll have to see. Doesn't really tend to make it out of Blackstone Post, does he? Quite surprising, to be honest. Has quite the potential to be a pretty deadly army, but never really grows that much there. Alright then. With that final point passed out, we'll go ahead and swing on over to Wulfrik and end the turn. Alright, Ungram and Alaric have come on over to catch Fellman. We should be able to retreat. I'm hoping, at least. Ungram, at the very least, should not be able to catch us. Live to fight another day. Not over here at Betchefin, though. Rest in peace, you beautiful, beautiful lads. Cut to ribbons by the trees. Grimgore's Wah has failed. Love to see it. Wild Hunt has kicked back off. Let's come on over and... Or is that what that was? Oh, that's all of the... No, that's all of the end times about to happen. Call the Wild, Great Wah, Calm Before the Storm, Corruption Spreads, Pyramid Wakes, and then the Disgruntled Dwarves. The one I'm actually the least looking forward to is the Dwarves. At least the Wood Elves have less armor. This is about to be a nightmare. It's time to get into full defense mode, I believe. He's about to have forces spawn into the Griffin Wood, and huge numbers of them at that. Come on up to Kappelberg, since we can't go through them, unfortunately. We'll fight this one so we have minimal casualties. Then we'll prepare for what's going on. Oh, such a pitiful force here. Such a waste. If we give it to the Auto Resolve, though, we'll lose probably a good 100 units, which we absolutely would not. To battle. Right, so in the World Roots, to make things a little bit more interesting for them, at least, they have all of their extra buffs for being in the forest. Our Marauders. Probably just going to keep the Javelins back. They'll get traded with quite badly there, so we'll push them back a little bit further than normal. They obviously do not beat the Wood Elves in a range trade. We'll have our wolves up front. Trolls off to the side. The Great Maw Herd. Finally get a chance to use them. Do we have a reason to? No. The baby mammoths are so angry. Yeah, that's going to be quite the unit there. Baby mammoths can roll with the big mammoth. One large punching force.
The inescapable one.
Wulfrik the Soul Crusher, and then our mage in the center. Good to me. Alright, battle begin. We're just going to lock the infantry into a unit and charge them forward. Wulfrik and Mammoth go after the Wildwood Rangers there, and then everyone else also just go ahead and push forward. You guys just go get those Wildwood Rangers, as I said. Do a battle. You guys come on up. Just hang out behind. Skin Wolves are breaking away from the line. We will want to kind of pull them back a bit, so we'll have them walk. They move very fast. Definitely outpacing all our mammoths here. Get in there, mammoths. It's time to slay. Can I get any extended Melkoths off? Love to do so on the Wildwood Rangers if we can. Whenever we can. Just gives it more range is all. But you two also are going to want to walk if you don't want to get torn to shreds by arrows. Alright, now get to sprinting. Get to sprinting. Feed Wulfrik on up. Here come the arrows. I don't think extra melee defense is going to do anything for him. Throw Sea Fang through. Activate the Sword of Torgal in the Deadly Onslaught. Oh, I completely missed. Cut up some of our Skin Wolves, though. Alright, we're in on the line now, though. No one is escaping. We'll get those tree people. Trees hate you. Should be able to beat down these malevolent trees without too much trouble here, though. Occam's Mind Razor helping out, ripping through these Wildwood Rangers. Plenty O Chunky Elf Salsa. There is nothing but just a bunch of screaming. Alright, anyone else want to lose some leadership? Say aye. Oh, look, the trees do. And there's the victory. Exactly. We should have lost 0. Alright, a proper victory there against the Wargrove of Woe. And we shall go ahead and occupy. For the replenishment, Coetal just hiding out in the woods, being as creepy as possible. Doing his best to act like a proper Wendigo.
Where's my next?
We will quickly build in the cultist wood camp. Although the wood camp is not all that useful. Every time I'm thinking this is the same one that you get for the Chaos Warriors, which gives you more missile strength and ammunition for all of your skirmish cavalry there, which we don't actually get access to. But not as useful as I would have expected, so we'll grab the loot pile just for more post-battle loot as we smash our way back home. But we will go ahead and call the episode here. This is one with a little bit less of a less battle heavy here. Took a bunch more auto resolves than I normally would, but I think with what was coming, with all of the battles we are about to get to, I think it was a good idea to grab some of these easy wins while we could. Now I'm going to be out of time for today. I've been at Space Wars Into the War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the sub, though, and I will see you on the next one.